So we are facing more threats than ever, but they are getting more serious than ever as well, all right? We are getting more and more nuclear threats. This is not okay. This is not what humanity wants or needs or is asking for, all right? But this is not what we want, and humanity is getting closer and closer to this edge of, it's kind of a point of no return, because once it's used and we see the consequences, then it'll probably be used again, because once the consequences probably won't be exactly what we think, all right? People might get away with using tactical nukes, and that's exactly what is being called for right now. So there's a lot of talking points I want to get to, so stick with me, but this one is huge. So a major Putin ally in Russia, he's in Chechnya, he's in the Russian Republic state of Chechnya. They call their states there republics. It's pretty much like a state, all right? So the governor of the state, the leader of the state, they call it republics, and Chechnya is calling for a tactical nuke to be used, all right? And the reason why these are so dangerous and so deadly is because we can see mass movements of ICBMs and, missile systems being set up. We can see all these things in advance being set up, but a tactical nuke could be so small that it could fit in an artillery round. It could fit in a backpack, all right? There's tactical nukes that have been discussed that a soldier just puts in a backpack and sets down in an area and he's gone, all right? How do you track that? How do you see that from a satellite image? How do you know what's in his backpack? It just looks like a regular soldier with a backpack on. This is very serious, and he is calling for this. This is like the governor of whatever, some state, calling for nukes to be used. Okay, this is pretty serious, and it's like somebody being an ally of the president, whatever, calling for this. So this is just another escalation, all right? And Putin came out in a speech on Friday, and he said that they will use all means necessary to defend Russia. So we are getting closer and closer. We are tiptoeing into this nuclear situation. Nobody wants this. I keep saying this. Why do we get closer to this every few weeks? It's a big escalation. There's a flare up of, all right, we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. So that's what's happening. Also, Medvedev, all right, he is the head of the Security Council, I believe, in Russia, and he is threatening this. This is out of Yahoo News. It says Medvedev threatens world with beginning of World War III and disappearance of significant number of Ukrainians. So whatever that means, we're not exactly sure. Disappearance of significant number, and he's just openly saying we are going to start World War III. I believe we are already in it, though, guys. It's already there. It's not just going to be announced like, hey, it's, like it's a holiday or something. It's one of those things that it's a slow motion thing. It happens, and it'll be declared World War III in history. Like, oh, this will be when it started. You know what I mean? They will go back in history and decide this is when it started. This is the moment. You know what I mean? That's what normally happens. It's hard to see exactly a moment when you're in the middle of it. But we are living history right now, guys, and things keep escalating. We do not want this, all right? This also comes as Germany is saying they will supply Ukraine with air defense systems. So it's just more money. This feels like a black hole, honestly, of money that we just keep sending over. And it's sad. This is our American taxpayer dollars, European countries' taxpayer dollars, and it's going to, kill people. That's what it's for. It's like, this is just not what we want, guys. We don't want any of this. I don't want to be funding any of this. I don't want my money. I have to pay taxes, and then part of my money is being sent to a war. All right, we don't want this. This is just, it's not what we want, all right? So Germany is sending more missile defense systems over there because the drones have been a massive problem. That's another thing. They could put a tactical nuke on a drone because they're so small, and they could still cause massive devastation, destroy whole military bases, take out entire blocks of neighborhoods, take out entire systems of infrastructure with tactical nukes, all right? And it's one of those things that's, once it's used, and it's like, maybe we kind of got away with this. Maybe it's kind of, it's like, and it might just be used again. And what do we do? They use a nuke and then we just use a nuke back. It's like, what's even the answer? I don't even understand what the threat is, because the United States has been threatening to, like, if this happens, there will be massive consequences. But do we really just want to have a tit for tat nuke war? Do we really want that? It's like, if somebody uses a nuke, then we're going to use one back. And then what about them? Are they going to use one back? And then it's scary, guys. Nobody wants it. I just got chills just thinking about it, because it just kind of, I just saw the missiles flying. You know what I mean? I was just visualizing it. And it's like, this is like not what we want. This is scary, guys. This is not okay. And yeah, what do we do? It's, somebody uses a nuke, we're just gonna, it's just a bad situation. Everyone's in a bad situation. Everyone's in a corner, and everyone doesn't want to fold. Nobody wants to fold. Everyone wants to save face and be like, we're not backing down. We're not backing down. We're not wrong. We're not wrong. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. Can we just go back to a few years? Can we just like go in a time machine, go back a couple years before all this craziness? Didn't life just seem kind of good a couple years ago? I feel like we kind of took it for granted. I kind of took it for granted, because you just think like, yeah, things could happen, but you don't expect all these things to hit at once. It's just normalcy bias. I've been into prepper news, all this stuff for a decade, but it's still once you're living it, and it's so fast, it's happening so often, it just kind of hits you, and it's just a lot more real than when it's incrementally happening and you're like, life's still good. If something happens, stock market crashes, we can deal with that. But now we're getting hit with 100 different things at once. It's overwhelming, right? It's overwhelming. I get overwhelmed too reading this news, but it's like, you got to stay strong. You got to stay focused. You got to stay on top of it. Because I've said this before, exposing what they say makes it less likely that they will do what they say as well, because it's kind of like testing the waters. If, like, these leaders, politicians, everyone says things to see how people are going to react. All right. They're kind of like testing the waters on that. And if we use our voice and we're like, we don't want this, like, people don't, who's voting for this? Who's saying, yes, let's do it. Let's have a massive nuclear war. You know what I mean? Nobody's voting for this. Then they kind of pull back, because they realize, like, wait a minute, we might have a ton of backlash if we do this. We might get blamed we might be the ones that take the blame if we do something. You know what I mean? And that's how it should be. It should be, we should be able to voice our opinion, and it should make a difference, guys. So get your voice out there, guys. Start your own channel as well. All right. There's been a whole wave of new prepper channels like blowing up and getting, all the stuff. All right. It's awesome. It's incredible. It's a good thing. It's bringing more people into the community and getting more people exposed to what's going on, because the news tries to hide all this stuff. They don't give you the full spectrum. They might give you one little piece, but they won't give you the 3, 4, 5 other pieces to the puzzle that's happening right now. So I know I'm rambling here, guys. Thank you guys for watching me. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble. I am super blessed to have you guys as an audience. Seriously, I have people reaching out offering me, land, because I'm living in my RV, offering me homes, all this stuff. You guys are incredible. Thank you, guys. I'm super blessed to have you guys watching and listening to me. Thank you guys so much. I need to say it more. I need to be more appreciative because I'm super grateful for you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone that reaches out and says incredible things and has incredible offers for me. Thank you guys. You guys are a blessing. I hope you guys have more blessings in your life. And thank you guys. Have a blessed one.